Over the past 10 years, I got good grades and I applied and got into medical school at Cambridge. And whilst I was there, I got the highest grade you can get at Cambridge. And now I'm working as a doctor. And I wanted to procrastinate before doing every single thing that I did. I've seen all the videos about how to stop procrastinating online, and all their advice is incredibly shallow. I've done a lot of things, and I haven't done any of the tips they talk about. Getting things done is way more simple. When you understand the psychology of procrastination, it's simple to know how to stop. This is the scientific definition. Procrastination is commonly conceptualized as an irrational tendency to delay required tasks or assignments despite the negative effects on this postponement on the individuals and organizations. In easier words, procrastination is irrationally doing unnecessary tasks before necessary tasks, even when you know the delay will make things worse. The key to understanding procrastination is in one specific word in that definition: irrationality. Irrationality is when your emotional brain is stronger than your logical brain. Procrastination will only happen when your negative emotions about the task are bigger than the logical cost of delay. So this can give a simple equation to understand how to stop procrastinating for good. Procrastination equals the negative emotions about the task divided by the logical cost of delay. When your exam is 5 months away, studying still feels bad, so your negative emotion is high, and the logical cost of delay is tiny, because what difference is one day gonna make out of 5 months? So your procrastination is high. But when your exam is tomorrow, studying still feels bad, and it probably feels worse than if you had started earlier. But if you don't revise right now, you might fail your whole year, so the logical cost of delay is massive. And so your procrastination is low. To lower procrastination, you need to lower your negative emotions about the task and increase the logical cost of delay. Any tip that you hear from anybody else online fits into this equation, but tips do not change lives. They just give you a temporary sense that you are doing more than you actually are. These are the 3 biggest things that you can do that work for me that are incredibly simple. The first thing is to make the task smaller. They say in war, the best way to defeat your enemy is to divide and conquer. Revising for an exam is scary because you have hundreds of topics to learn. That is a big army that you have to fight. And so it's scary, and so your procrastination is high. But if you break that exam down into smaller topics, it becomes less scary. So divide that exam into all of the separate topics and focus on those one at a time. If in war you had your whole army and you fought your enemy one soldier at a time, you would beat them very quickly. Each smaller topic is less scary, and so it's easier to start. The second thing is a bit of a paradox. Just start. Just do 1 minute. Your brain's idea of the task is always worse than the task itself. And so when you start, you instantly decrease the fear in your mind. The graph looks like this. The moment you start, the fear decreases exponentially. This is why you always get momentum whenever you've already started something. Just do 1 minute. The third thing can decrease your negative emotion and increase the logical cost of delay at the same time. It's journaling. When you journal, you write about why you have so many negative emotions towards this task. People always say it's because they're bored, but it's always deeper than that. Some people have a fear of failure. Some people are scared about how other people are going to perceive them if they don't do well on this test. And some people are scared about how they're going to perceive themselves if they fail this test, because they won't be as smart as they think that they are. When you understand why you're scared and do something about it, then you can decrease your negative emotion. You can remind yourself that doing bad on a test is never actually that bad, and anybody that's ever done anything successfully has failed millions of times before they won. Everybody just cares about themselves, and life goes on. Some weird people might care about how you did in this test for like 2 days, but then everyone forgets and they all move on to the next thing. And you can logically remind yourself about why delaying makes things so much worse. When you procrastinate, you have to work harder in a shorter amount of time. When you don't work now, you make things worse for your future self. And your present self doesn't get that much benefit either, because even if you say that you're going to enjoy yourself, you are constantly stressed and anxious about all of that work that you haven't done yet. Procrastination is natural. Humans are designed to seek comfort, but using this equation will help you to stop getting in these long cycles of procrastination. But one of the biggest things that makes procrastination even easier are these digital devices. If this was helpful, then check out my video on how to beat your social media addiction so you will fully be in control about beating your procrastination for good.